In a few weeks, in schools just like this one and all across the nation, students will be flooding the hallways, eager and excited and ready to learn. But the big question is, will there be enough teachers to teach these students? America is facing one of the biggest teacher shortages since 1990s. In the state of Mississippi, according to the Mississippi Department of Education, there is currently 1,604 vacancies. In the state of California, there is 211 school districts, and only 75 out of those school districts, 75% of those vacancies have yet to be filled. So we ask ourselves, what are some of the problems with with the teacher shortage? There was a period of time when new teachers were finding it hard for job placement. Retirees were not leaving the field. Now it's the complete opposite. There's actually been an implement for retirees to come back and teach because of the teacher shortage. Statistics have shown that the new teachers leave within the first 5 years of teaching. Why is that? Many of them leave because of the testing regimen. It's too overwhelming, too much pressure. Of course, we all know that one of the biggest factors with teaching, and it always have been, is the pay. Many new teachers find it difficult to take care of their families on the pay scale. Administration is another issue. Some teachers don't feel the support don't feel they have the support that they need in order to continue to teach. When you take teaching to the secondary level, you have to deal with more behavior problems. Oftentimes, administration is not supportive. Now let's talk about some of the areas of where these shortages take place. Let's talk about geographics. Most lower income and inner cities find it more difficult to find good teachers. Then let's talk about subject area. Math, special education, science, foreign language. All of these are subject areas where oftentimes it's difficult to find teachers to teach. There once, in this state of Mississippi, there was a program called the William Winter Scholarship. In 2015, those funds were depleted. Any new teacher that was going into that field who was based on that scholarship, they were locked in at that time period. But any new teacher now, as of 2017, 2018, who was looking forward to that scholarship, the funds are no longer there. Another concern of my own is minority teachers. There's not enough cultural diversity in our schools. A lot of African American and other minorities find that the testing for the certification is biased. Another concern of mine is male teachers. I think male teachers are very important in our school system, but we lack them. Many say that the pay is one of their biggest factors. Men struggle with the fact of the pay that they're being offered. So we ask ourselves now, what is being done in order to combat some of these teacher shortages? Well, one of the first things that a lot of programs have offered is recruitment. They go into the high schools and junior colleges as well, and they start to talk to students, and they encourage them into going into the teaching field. Some of them are even offered certain scholarship incentives in order to get them to go into this field. Another thing is, a lot of teachers have expressed the reason why they leave is because they can no longer pay their student loans. So, a lot of places are offering the student loan, the federal government has offered the student loan forgiveness. This is where that the government will forgive sometimes all or some of your student loan as long as you teach within that school district or that subject area for a period of time. There's even been sign-on bonuses to locate from state to state. However, some teachers have found this difficult because of the licensing requirements vary from state to state. Currently, there's only 34 states that all their licenses are the same, or license requirements are the same. Another thing is emergency teacher certification. This is when you are allowed, depending on if it is a subject area or geographical critical area, that the government will allow you a emergency licensing for a period of time. Within that time frame, you are still required to obtain your license. So we ask ourselves, is this going to change anytime soon? It has been shown that the teacher shortages is only going to get worse. Why is that? Well, the reason is the fluctuation of student enrollment. Students are growing day by day. So you ask now, well, what can we do about that? Some have even cut out programs because of the shortage area. They have either omitted the course altogether, or they have increased the classroom size. Some teachers feel that this is overwhelming as well. Now that we know that the teacher shortage isn't going anywhere, all we can do is continue to encourage people to go into the teaching field. And when they get in the teaching field, we have to keep them there. So this may mean having better mentorship, having more supportive and understanding administration. This is the only way that we're going to get a consistency with our students. Because if we're not consistent in our teaching, then how are our students going to be consistent in their success? Thank you.